What do we do in a world where we've been programmed to sacrifice ourselves unconsciously in ways that we never would if we was consciously aware of what we were sacrificing ourselves to? Please don't ask me to repeat that. You hear me? For my sake and yours, you hear me? Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness to the cosmic consciousness, family, and soul tribe. You hear me? I love me, you know. I hope you love you, because I love me. I'm feeling good right now. I'm actually feeling marvelous, you know. I'm feeling joyful, I'm feeling peace. And that's a good place to be, because as I said before, we're in a world where we've been programmed to unconsciously sacrifice ourselves in ways that, had we been more aware earlier, through certain experiences we may have had, we would have never sacrificed ourselves in those ways. You hear me? I say that because, you know, it's audit time. we're in fall season, so, you know, we're in audit. We done been through spring, you know, we done been through summer. Follow me? Now we in the fall, preparing for the winter, you know. So fall is also harvest season, you know. So how you gonna know what type of, how you gonna know the value and the estimate and the weight of the crops, from the crops you receiving from the seeds that you have previously planted, you know, so they can grow during this appointed time, summer, to bring us to the present time, fall. Walk with me, because we're in harvest season, you hear me? So we should be seeing the fruits, you know, of our labor. We should be seeing the fruits of our labor, the fruits of our thinking, the fruits of our speech, the fruits of our behavior, the fruits of our energy, the fruits of our vibration, the fruits of our frequency. Now y'all may be saying, why do I say that? Because manifestation, I don't care where I find myself, manifestation in some way, shape, or form is always a topic, manifestation. Why is that? Because we can't help it. We can't help it. All we know how to do is create, because all we know how to do is think, you know, and every thought manifests. Every thought manifests. Now you may say, damn, I think a whole lot of things, you know, good, bad, and indifferent. But all my thoughts, they manifest. And are you sure? And if not in this parallel timeline, maybe another. But are you sure? You know, it's a reason, you know. Books say things like, only think on things that's pleasing, you know, versus the dual opposite of what's pleasing. Always think on things that's joyful instead of the opposite thing of that. But how do we learn how to do that in a world where we have been programmed to do exactly the opposite of that? You know, because it's hard to fit. It's not easy. I won't say it's hard, but it's not easy to feel good in a bad time. So how do you get from feeling bad in a bad time, you know, to be able to feel good through the bad time, if a bad time is present, you know, to not stay in that rut of the bad time, and in the good feeling, through the bad time. How do we get from those places? We have to reprogram ourselves, you know. But we have to take audit in order to be able to program ourselves. You know, we have to take audit. We have to have records and receipts. You know, those are popular words, receipts. Receipt is anyway, but you know, what about the records? You go anywhere right now on social media and somebody talking about they got receipts on somebody. Well, who got receipts on the receipts that got on? Well, who got receipts on the receipt keepers? You know, somebody, you go anywhere and somebody got somebody records by this and that and the other. Whether it's any type of toxicity. Somebody keeping a record account of, but who got records of the record keepers? Who taking orders of them? See, I pay attention. I ain't the only one, but I pay attention to a lot of things that, you know, we don't be paying attention to, and that's where the trick being, that's where the bullwinkling being done. That's where the Beetlejuicing being done, you know, manifestation though, you know. First, we need to be aware of how we think. And then we'll understand how we manifest it, the way that we manifest it, and what we manifested, you know, and people, places, and things part in the manifestation process, you know, vibration, and what part that play, and things like concentration, and what part that play, you know, and things like stimulation. I could use the word feeling, you know, but stimulation is a more fitting word to use, you know. What do we allow to stimulate us that carry into our vibration of frequency, good, bad, or indifferent? What do we allow to stimulate us? What do we allow to affect our feelings for better or worse, instead of just holding balance? Yeah, these things are important because it's all connected to what we call frequency, you know. And why is frequency so important? Why is frequency so important? Anybody? Why is frequency so important? Frequency is important because it determines what we experience next through what we're experiencing right now. Did everybody catch that? I said frequency is important because frequency determines what we experience next by what we experience in the moment called now. It's that simple, but it's not. It's that simple, but it's not. Because our awareness and our level of awareness to our awareness, you know, our attention and things like our level of attention to our attention. You know, if you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You know, things like our thinking and our level of attention and our level of thinking of our thinking. Yeah, frequency determines what we experience next by what we experiencing now and how we experience it now, regardless of what appears next. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Whatever it may be. See, because we're in a world where we have been programmed to unconsciously sacrifice ourselves, unconsciously sacrifice how we think, unconsciously sacrifice how we feel, unconsciously sacrifice how we move by what we experience, by what appears. Totally ass backwards. Remember, as within, so without. So it's time for, it's audit season. It's not just fall season, it's audit season. So we gotta go through the records and receipts. we gotta go through the records and receipts, you know? and how he been moving. You know, we need to it's time where some things may need to be highlighted. You know, what can be shifted and redirected. You know, what energy can be shifted and redirected because it ain't useful. It ain't useful here no more. You know, what energy can be shifted and redirected because it ain't useful over here no more. You hear me? Yeah, what's being highlighted in your life that you don't need? Because it's pulling on your energy. What's being highlighted in your emotions that's uncomfortable or unpleasant? Because it's pulling on your energy. Do you carry more than you need to carry? Or are you carrying more than you need to carry right now? Whether it's emotionally, whether it's mentally, you know, whether it's physically, whether it's on the job, because it's pulling on your energy. You hear me? Do you make things more difficult than they have to be? Do you worry for no reason at all? Or are you fearful or doing something because for any reason outside yourself? Because it's pulling on your energy. You hear me? What's stopping you from being the best version of yourself? See how I talk to me? What's stopping you from being the best version of yourself? Because it's pulling on your energy. Yeah. I understand and I overstand the energetic war that we was born into since we've been here. I get it, you know. I understand and overstand the importance of being imbalanced and being imbalanced. I get it because it pulls on your energy. You hear me? If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You know. Do you have people in your life that have you engaging in things that you no longer are comfortable with engaging in, but still do? Cause it's pulling on your energy. You hear me? What about toxic conversations with no avenue of solution? Cause it's pulling on your energy. You see, I can take us to all the places for us to do what's necessary, the work that's necessary, but you gotta be willing to go. You hear me? Do you know what need to let go so you can grow? Cause it's pulling on your energy. You hear me? So you can grow. Cause I know what it's like to holding on to the very things that's unaliving us. Cause we gotta be mindful on YouTube with certain words. So I know how, but I know what it takes, whether it's people, places, things, chemical substance. I know what it's like to hold on to things that's life consuming. You hear me? But normal. But everything normal ain't beneficial. And a lot of things normal shouldn't be normal. You know? And a lot of things normal because we ain't got outside ourselves, our environment, and the people that we normally used to being around, and so forth and so on, to see something else, to experience something else, to be, and in most cases, to be something else. You hear me? You ain't gotta ask me how I know. You hear me? You know? Yeah. Do you know that the people you know may be energetically draining you if they're not building you up? Cause it's pulling on your energy. You hear me? So you gotta make sure ain't nothing in you that's standing in your way of yourself. And if you could do that within yourself, then you'll be able to do it in your external environment. You hear me? That's the message for today. Feel good for no reason at all. I love Cosmic Consciousness. I hope you do too. Thanks. Salute to the Cosmic Consciousness family and Soul Tribe. Salute to the new subscribers. Salute to peekaboos and passerbys. You hear me? I wish y'all well on y'all journeys. You hear me? Keep tapping in. You know, in these having these moments of self-reflection. They work. You hear me? We ain't gonna leave. We ain't gonna start. We ain't gonna leave this plane of existence the way we started. You hear me? And I'm doing my part to make sure that I love y'all. My name is Sabu. Peace.